last hour. The Liberty Bell, symbol of our nation's beginnings, right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're in South Philly, looking towards Center City, taking a look at beautiful Citizens Bank Ballpark. Interleague play back on the table tonight. The Mariners taking on the Phillies. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here as you look at Center City, Philadelphia. In the background beyond center field. Let's take a look at the Mariners batting order that will face the veteran Jerome Williams.
Tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron, and leading things off, it'll be Austin Jackson. Dustin Ackley hitting second and in left field. Cano, .332 batting average from in his career, 5 for 8 with a home run off of Jerome Williams. So look for Cano to have a good night. Morales is at first base, no DH here, so Morales at first hitting cleanup. Seager, Zanino, Morrison, Taylor, and Elias rounding out the 9. Jerome Williams, Mariners certainly familiar with him, time with the Angels and with Houston. 2-5 record, a 6.43 ERA this year, 47 strikeouts, 20 walks, high walk total for him. Opponents hitting .314. He's given up 8 home runs.
Plenty familiar with Jerome Williams. First pitch of the ball game is outside for a ball. Lance Barksdale's got balls and strikes tonight. Been with the Major League staff since '06. And the rest of the crew, Kerwin Danley at first, Ron Culpa at second, and Mark Ripperger at third.
As you watch Williams, he has all the pitches. His fastball will be 91 to 95 at times.
There's a drive left field. Circuitous route taken by Darren Ruff, and he's able to make the play.
Take a look at the rest of the defense for the Phillies. In center field, the former Twin, Ben Revere, then Marlon Byrd out in right. Cody Ashley's the third baseman. Blanco playing shortstop. Rollins the night off. Utley and Howard on the right side of the infield, and Ruiz will do the catching. For Williams, in his last outing against the Angels, 5 1/3, just 5 hits, gave up 2 earned runs through 72 pitches. Again, his fastball 91 to 95 miles an hour. He'll mix in a cutter, a slider, a curveball, changeup, and he will use all of them. Likes to pitch backwards at times, and the Mariners, again, familiar with him.
Dustin Ackley, the hitter. 247 with 8 home runs. 1-0 pitch. And there for strike. You mentioned the Phillies' window of excellence is closing, and it's reflected by the fans here in this ballpark. They're 10th in the National League attendance after being one of the top 3 for a long time. A solid smash up the middle. Dustin Ackley.
Dustin has been a big part of the success for the Mariners lately with the offense. He's been a hot hitter since June. Like a little cut fastball down and in, and able to hit it right back up the middle. I was curious, Dave. I heard so much about this ballpark and the ball jumping out of here. But you look at the dimensions, they're not too bad. 334 down the left field line, 401. And they actually have the corner out there where it's 409, and then 330 down the lines. A little bit of a breeze blowing out to right field.
Oh, yeah. The wind today blowing it straight across left to right. It was like that earlier this afternoon, about 1:30, 2 o'clock when I got here. It's Cano. Pops one to center field. Ben Revere, one-time Minnesota Twin. Makes the play, 2 outs. This ballpark replacing Veterans Stadium. There are the numbers. Left center, 374, 369 in right center. And this is for baseball only. The Vet, a lot of good times in the Vet, but glad it's gone. A multi-purpose stadium.
Well, the last time I was here was in 1996, and I came in as a member of the Dodgers, and that's where I played over at the Vet.
That good, hard green surface. Ankle-breaking, knee-damaging surface.
Concrete.
Kendrick Morales, the hitter. Jeff Bostic, a friend of mine, center with the Super Bowl champion Washington Redskins, he was a center, and he would say, no, we're not putting it, move it over 8 yards here because it would be on a plank, it would be on a 2x4 out there. No, we're not doing that.
Can't say that I blame him. Phillies put the shift on with Morales hitting.
Tell you what, he's starting to swing it pretty good here.
Again, I think that he has been better from the right side. His takes have been better, still working things out from the left side of the plate.
Tuno.
Good cutter right underneath his hands.
Pitch outside. Jerome Williams this season with Houston, Texas, and now the Phillies. We saw him late last year, matter of fact, the last 3 years with the Angels. To the second baseman, Utley. I think that the shortstop, Blanco, on the shift. And he throws out Morales. We're underway here in Philly. A score as the Phillies come to bat. A cascade of runs for Roenis Elias last time out, 13-3 over the White Sox. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup he'll face tonight.
Leading off, it will be Ben Revere. Want to keep him off the bases. He will try to steal if he can get on. Then it's Ruiz, Utley, Howard, the cleanup hitter, hitting just .220 on the year, but he does have 18 home runs. Then it's Bird, Ruff, Ashe, Blanco, and the pitcher Williams rounding out the 9 for the Phillies. And for Elias on the year, 99 record. 4.14 ERA, 122 strikeouts over 134 and 2/3 innings. And that is the big reason why he was gone for a few weeks. That inning count, trying to keep it down for him.
Here's Ben Revere. And he looks at ball one.
For Elias, good fastball. He'll be in the low 90s. A couple of different curveballs. One that he will just try to get over for a strike. The other one that he will try to bounce to get his strikeouts with that pitch, and also the changeup.
Revere's been swinging it back pretty well the last 24 games, a .382 clip.
You look at the Phillies, 12th in hitting, 9th in runs scored, 10th in home runs, 13th in slugging, and 12th in on-base percentage. They've had their struggles offensively. They are 5th in stolen bases.
And pitching, how about that? 13th.
Pitching, 13th.
2-1. 81 degrees, partly cloudy here in Philadelphia. Wind out of the north-northwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Towards the line is Ackley making the catch.
Take a look at the rest of the defense for the Mariners. You saw Ackley on left. Jackson in center field. Logan Morrison, because there isn't the DH here. Morrison in right field. Seager in third. Chris Taylor, the shortstop. Cano and Morales on the right side of the infield. And Mike Zunino will do the catching tonight. Keep an eye on Logan Morrison. I'm sure if the Mariners can get a lead later in the game, there will be a switch out in right field. That's why we saw Logan out there quite a bit in spring training at the start of the year.
April 14th, last time out in right field. Lloyd McClendon. Simple instructions. They're scheduled to start April 14th. Simple instructions for Logan today. Hey, man, put your back up against the wall. When the ball comes to you, if you don't catch it, get it back to second base as quickly as possible.
Pitch your cutoff, man.
He's got a chance in this ballpark the way it carries, 330 down the line.
That's why Lloyd wanted to keep him and Morales both in the lineup. And Logan's been swinging the bat well lately, so getting a chance to play some right field.
Carlos Ruiz batting. There's a look at Logan. Affectionately known as Chooch, Carlos Ruiz, the catcher. 260 hitter with just 3 home runs. That is a foul ball. Phillies have been struggling 5 of the last 6. As you look at Ryan Sandberg, he was a teammate with Lloyd McClendon, the 1989 and 90 Cubs. Lloyd said Ryan was obviously a great player. He's in the Hall of Fame, one of the best second basemen ever. Elias 3-2 here to Ruiz with Utley on deck. And he lost him. For Elias in 3 interleague starts, 2-1, ERA of 3.00, 19 Ks in 18 innings. Take a look at the National League East standings. We're going to see the Nationals at the end of the month. Mariners dispatched the Braves, had a hard time with the Marlins. Mets beat them 2 out of 3, and now a chance to jump all over the Phillies, the last place team, 16 back. Phillies, a season worst, 16 games below 500. All-star second baseman Chase Utley.
He has been one of the few hot hitters for the Phillies over the last 11 games, hitting at a .383 clip. You can see the last 10 games, .368 with a home run and 7 RBIs.
And there for a strike. So he's ahead 0-2.
Before he started having all the injuries, he was one of the players that I really enjoyed watching. Played the game hard, had some speed, of course had some pop in his bat. And then he started to get hurt. But it looks like he's playing well now, which is good to see.
Lost grip on the bat. He'll have to go retrieve it. Ball boy, the bat boy's going to beat him to it. Mariners this month, 15 games, a 1.89 ERA, best in baseball. And him flinching. Strike 3 called. Gone is Utley. 2 down.
Well, he went to the curveball, and I think Utley thought that pitch was high, but it looked like it was able to break, catch the top of the strike zone. Take a look at Utley. Thinks this pitch is up, gives up on it. Again, a good job by Zunino to just hold it there. Lance Barksdale, the home plate umpire, called it right away. Good pitch. Mariners will put the shift on with Ryan Howard hitting. Kyle Seager around the right side of the infield. And you can see how deep Cano is playing out towards right field.
That look that Utley gave a product of just seeing a guy for the first time. And what was that?
Yeah, I think so.
For a time there, Ryan Howard, perennial all-star and one of the most feared sluggers in the game. Listen to the run he had at one point. 22 home runs in 05. Then he went to 58, 47, 48, 45. 3-time all-star. And then the injuries started happening. Achilles popped in the last play of an LCS a couple of years ago against the Cardinals. And he has not been the same player since. Played just 80 games last year at 266. And enters tonight with 18 homers, 77 runs batted in. Batting average of 220.
Well, the interesting thing and something to watch over the next 3 days is the people that I've talked to about this club, that he has almost hit him with a curveball, because he's really struggled defensively at first base. So I think the Mariners, if they have a chance to steal, and if the throw goes to first, just keep running because he's having a tough time.
Got the first baseman's version of the thing.
Yeah, he's having a tough time. He said if he doesn't have to think about it and get rid of it quickly, he's okay. But if he has time, that's usually when he has an issue.
The thing, of course, that catchers, you'll see catchers get, they can't even get the ball back to the pitcher. He has a hard time throwing it to the shortstop on a play, trying to get a force at second base. And I guess bunt situations must be murder too.
I'm sure the Mariners and Lloyd McClendon and his staff, they don't miss much. I'm sure that they will test him at some point.
3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Fouled off.
You can see Mike Zunino slapping his glove. He thought he was going to be able to hold on to that pitch. Good fastball, 93 miles an hour on the outside corner. Look at that, a 130 average in full count situations for Howard. Yeah.
Up high.
And a couple of walks for Elias is one of the things that we were concerned about. Sure, he's excited to be back on the mound, maybe overthrowing a little bit that last fastball, 93 miles an hour, but it wasn't close to a strike. And when he's had his issues this year, it's been his fastball command that typically keep him from his curveball. And I think his changeup has really developed into a good pitch for him. See if Mike starts calling a few more changeups, trying to get him down in the zone.
Here's 36-year-old Marlon Byrd. His name hotly connected with the Mariners during the trade deadline talks. I figured 2-3 weeks of back and forth. A lot of speculation as to whether he'd be a piece coming to the Mariners and play in the outfield.
Whether it was the Mariners, his name was out there with a lot of clubs, and everybody certainly expected him to be moved. Even if it wasn't to the Mariners, somebody would take him. But
had good numbers, 23 homers, 70 runs batted in. He's got a big contract and wanted a guarantee for the 16 season. And in that 2016 season, he's going to be 38 years old. Second tour of duty with the Phillies. Was back with them back in 2002, 2005. Seager's got this ground ball, throws the Cano, and that'll do it. So Elias walks 2, and it proves to be absolutely harmless. No score here in Philly. That's City Hall. Billy Penn, William Penn, the founder of Pennsylvania. On top of it, there used to be a rule you couldn't be higher than Billy Penn's hat. That changed. Catch a great weekend of baseball as Felix Robinson and the Mariners take on the Nationals, and young stars Bryce Harper and Steven Strasburg in a rare interleague matchup at Safeco Field. All kicks off Friday, August 29th. Get your tickets right now, Mariners.com. And William Penn, sort of an important guy in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania history, but modernity has taken over. Dude, we got money, and we're building a skyscraper. We salute you nonetheless, but we're going to be taller than Billy Penn's hat.
Well, those little pieces of dirt, expensive.
Got it. They ain't making any more real estate, pal.
That's right.
That's the other thing. I've already been back home, and as we look at Kyle Seager, the word pal, I haven't heard that as much in the volume that I've heard it in the less than 12 hours I've been home. Everything. A lot of play, yo, buddy, yo, hey. Here in Philly, hey, pal. Good to see you, pal. How you doing? What's going on? Got a Yingling? You'll like Yingling beer, by the way. If you haven't, I recommend it for later. Local. Good stuff. Kyle Seager, 1-1. Kyle against Jerome Williams, 5 for 24 with a home run. Jerome with the pink glove in honor of his mom. Passed away a few years ago due to breast cancer.
I think for Williams, he has a good fastball, but at times he gets away from it and he'll start throwing a lot more breaking balls, mostly sliders, and using his cutter, and that's typically when you can get to him.
How come guys don't trust their fastball sometimes?
Again, I think it's the cutter for one thing is the new pitch. The Mariners have a bunch of guys that throw the cut fastball, and I think that they feel that extra movement, late movement on it, caused the hitter more problems. But the problem with that, and it's true, that's the reason why they throw it. If you miss your spot and you leave it out over the plate, you're just speeding up the barrel of the bat, and that's usually when you can get some damage. But I like guys like Danny Farquhar. I think this year has done a really good job of mixing in his four-seam fastball with his cutter, and I think that makes his cutter a better pitch. And there's another cutter in on the hands of Kyle. If he keeps it in that area, he's going to be okay. It's just every now and then you leave it out over the plate and you get hurt. But Danny's done an excellent job of it and having just a tremendous year for the Mariners out in the pen. But remember last year he wanted to throw his cutter all the time? He mixes it up a lot more this year.
He got hurt a few times, just like you said, leaving it up as Seager works the walk. to lead off the Mariners' second inning. Mariners have won 10 of their last 12, coming off a nice beginning to this road trip, taking 2 out of 3 at Detroit, winning that season series. 3 here in Philly, then go to Boston for 3. Here's Mike Zunino. Strike 1 to Mike. He is 1 for 3 against Jerome Williams.
I was watching one of the national broadcasts earlier today, and they were talking about the Mariners, which was great to see. And they were talking about different aspects of the club, but they were saying they named Mike Zunino basically the unsung hero of this club this year, and all the things that he has done with the pitching staff, but also hitting for power.
Good call.
Well, I just think it's great to see the guys getting recognized.
Winning will do that, and we'll see James Paxton on Getaway Day Wednesday afternoon game. Wednesday afternoon, East Coast time. A little bit after 10 o'clock in the morning during your coffee break. Cole Hamels, 6-6 with a 2.46. Jamie Moyer was saying he's getting back to where he pitched the way he did back in 08. One of the real talented pitchers. As Ruiz has a play. And he retires the Mariner catcher. 1 out, 1 on. Get on base with incredible savings and freedom of riding Sound Transit to plan your next trip. Visit soundtransit.org.
I think that you would appreciate what Ruiz did on that pop-up. Went back right when he was underneath it, felt that he was close. He threw his catcher's mask up against the backstop. So many times you talk about it, you mention it all the time, where the mask ends up in the area and it can be scary. He made sure that it was clear of everything.
That might be the first time I've ever seen a guy do that. That's a great call. Here's Logan Morrison. Lloyd McClendon hoping this ballpark fits his eye. This one popped up. Shortstop Blanco for out number 2. And that'll bring up Chris Taylor. 2 out with Seager Board at first. Phillies have lost 5 of 6, 7 of their last 9 ball games, and they got in after we did here to Philly. They came in from San Francisco. They lost 2 out of 3 in San Francisco. Tim Lincecum beat them yesterday 5-2. Bouncing ball to the third baseman, Ash, who throws across. And Ryan Howard just got out of the way. Hard charging Chris Taylor. No score here in Philly. no score. And Lloyd McClendon spoke with him today about why they made the move to bring Roenis Elias back and James Jones sending him out.
Jonesy was expendable. Our 8-man bullpen is, the foundation of this club, and I don't want to start putting chinks in that foundation. They've been so good and so reliable, and it's given us opportunities to rest guys and not overextend anybody, and we can go to them early. So it just made sense to send Jonesy out.
Elias had a nice rest. Also had a really nice turn with the Rainiers. 5 hitless innings. Back in the bigs tonight. Pitch limit, are you going to be careful with him going forward?
No, he doesn't have a pitch limit. I mean, obviously we'll be smart and intelligent about what we're doing with the young man, and watch to make sure there's not a lot of stressful innings. And I won't go crazy with it, but is he capable of going out and throwing 9 innings? Absolutely, yeah.
All right, back here as Darren Ruff leads off here in the second inning. Lloyd's got a lot of confidence in that young man. He earned that, Elias did, going back to, I want to say, midway in March during spring training.
I think it was that outing against the Angels.
He wasn't afraid.
He wasn't afraid, went right after him, pitched extremely well. I think the other thing to follow up on that, but with James Jones, I think the other piece to that is let him go play. He wasn't going to play much here. He was on the bench to run.
Base hit by Ruff. See Ruff speed up at the last bit, just in case Morrison decided to throw it, try to get him at first base. Base hit here.
He gets a fastball towards the outer half. It is elevated, though. Elias with his fastball here in the early going. He's had a lot of pitches up around the belt. He has really pitched well. He'll get that pitch down around the knees, and that's when it's tougher for the hitters. Get a lot more ground ball outs, but right now having a tough time.
Third baseman Cody Ashe pops it up. No play for Morales. Very comfortable night here in Philadelphia. None of the notorious August East Coast humidity. It's up and down I-95 this time of year. Mid-August, brutal. And D.C. gets the worst because D.C.'s built on a swamp.
I think overall, Mariners have been fortunate with the weather this summer. I haven't had too many games where it's that kind of weather that you were talking about with the humidity and the overall heat. And they've really done a good job as far as their schedules. That's the one break that they've been able to catch is the weather.
There's 1-2. Bounce foul past first base coach Juan Samuel. Pete McKinnon, he's the coach at third for the Phillies. There's Juan, good player, really good player, infielder.
You come after him in a double play, you better get down in a hurry.
It's really good. Strike 3 called. Cody Ashe gone. That is the second strikeout, both looking for Elias. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 1 out, 1 on. Andres Blanco, the shortstop. Jimmy Rollins getting the night off.
That last fastball, the location of it is something that Mike Zunino wants to see more of. It was a perfect pitch right at the knees on the outside corner.
To left center field, long run Jackson. He is gonna make the catch. Wonderful running catch. Taylor doesn't have a throw as the runner. Ruff gets back, but Austin Jackson never gave up on that as he ran to the 387 sign. 2 down here in the second.
One of the things that we've appreciated about Jackson is he's not only a speedy center fielder, but he runs a direct route. As you take a look at this pitch, up in the zone again above the belt, gives it a pretty good ride, and he was playing shallow. Jackson likes to play shallow, and a big reason take away more hits that way, but he can also get back to the wall, and he just outran it in a direct route again. Fine play.
Here's the pitcher, Jerome Williams. Ball one. Elias with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Jerome way out in front. First time he's swinging the bat this season. One pitch. Threw it by him. And yes, we are in a National League ballpark, aren't we? I grew up with this. In the 8 years we've been doing this, I like the DH. I ain't gonna lie to you. 2-2.
Well, I think in the National League that they used to have quite a few pitchers that could actually handle the bat.
Oh,
they could
yeah.
swing it and bunt, hit and run, do a lot of things to help you out. But most of the guys now, they've been pitchers only for such a long time.
Right.
They're at a big disadvantage.
That'll do it for the Phillies in the second, third inning coming up from South Philly right after this. That's the last time we saw Hisashi Iwakuma, our CenturyLink link to what's next. He'll be facing A.J. Burnett tomorrow in that game we just saw from the 13th of August. Love the little catcher. Little Mike Zunino.
Yeah, that was great.
Outstanding. Veteran A.J. Burnett will be Hisashi's mound opponent. No score here as we play in the top of the third. 9-1-2. The pitcher, Roenis Elias, then Austin Jackson and Dustin Ackley against Jerome Williams. First time Elias. Bat in his hands this season. Five at bats, 4 pitchers so far. No hits by Mariner pitchers in interleague play. 0 for 2, beg your pardon. 0 for 2. Elias is 0 for 2. Felix Hernandez is going to miss Philly by a day.
He still has the bat. That's Robinson Cano's bat that he's always walking around with.
Personal guardian.
Yeah.
Here's Elias down the line. Foul ball.
If needed, he'll be ready to pinch hit at some point.
Oh, kidding? Can I get a volunteer? You won't even finish the sentence.
He probably was in the cages today in the stadium, getting some extra work in.
Tough hop. Ashley fields it. And you were talking about Ryan Howard at first base. When we watch him catching everything with two hands. And that's not, I mean, that's what you teach kids, but again, goes back to the thing we talked about.
You don't see major league first baseman catch the ball
all.
with two hands. And especially even on that last one, the throw was low. It's easier to go down and just catch it. But that's one of the things that we've been hearing about him and his defensive problems, that he's catching everything with two hands. And it sounds like he's dropped the ball quite a bit over the last few years.
And it's one thing to get a report on somebody like that as we get back to the top of the order in Austin Jackson. But to see it, it's a little, whoa, it's stunning.
It's awkward, isn't it? Yeah.
Jackson fly to left. Open up the ball game. Fly ball left field. Aaron Ruff towards the line. 2 down. Catch all the second half action on MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD, true HD, on more than 400 devices. Visit Mariners.com for details. 2 outs brings up Dustin Ackley.
Dustin with the only base hit for the Mariners so far. Hit the ball hard back up the middle. It was a cutter, didn't quite get it in on his hands, and he hit it hard.
Strike on the outside corner.
That'll work.
That might, and it will drop down.
For 2.
And he's digging for 2. The throw to second. Not in time. A hustle double. Dustin Ackley 2 for 2. Comes with 2 outs here in the third. Chance for the Mariners to get a 2-out base hit and an RBI.
Really smart play for Dustin. 2 outs. Ball jumped just over the third baseman's head, and he's going 2 the whole way. Make the outfielders make a play on you with a couple of outs. Gets himself into scoring position for Robinson Cano. Take a look at our McDonald Supermo and the tag at second base.
Chance for Cano, who has 68 runs batted in.
Let's see if Williams will actually pitch to him. A lot of times when you have a veteran pitcher on the mound, they won't just put him on, but the manager's expectations, Ryan Sandberg, is that he'll pitch around him.
Ryan originally drafted by the Phillies, but spent the bulk of his career in Chicago. There's Larry Boa. Left MLB Network after a long tenure with the Dodgers and Yankees with Joe Torre. Here's Howard flipping to Williams, and that'll do it for Cano and the Mariners as they leave a runner stranded in the third in this scoreless ballgame. It's baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, welcoming the smooth, soulful sounds of Anthony Hamilton September 13th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. By AM PM, too much good stuff. And by Ford, we are local. We take you to America's birthplace, Independence Hall, a few miles north of here. Not bad. What is that? 4th and Chestnut, as I remember. Some Boy Scouts going through there. It is really cool to go through that building and realize what happened back in July of 1776. And Revere, Carlos Ruiz, Chase Utley, top of the order.
Second time through the lineup for Elias.
Check swing, foul ball. Revere flied to left first time.
Outside of a couple of walks and maybe a few fastballs that were up in the zone. Looks like Elias starting to settle in, but he's thrown the ball well. Again, good fastball tonight at 93 miles an hour. Still trying to get a feel for his curveball.
2 walks, 2 strikeouts so far. Gave up a base hit to Darren Ruff leading off the second. The only Philly hit. Ackley has both Mariner hits. Bouncing ball right to Morales. Easy play. 1 down. They'll bring up Carlos Ruiz. Walked in a 3-2 pitch. Chooch with just 3 home runs this year. There's a strike. Ruiz topped out his career best 16 home runs in 2012, made the All-Star team. PED guy, he got cut, served his time. Philly fanatic. Never a dull moment.
I was watching him earlier before the game. He was out on his 4-wheeler cruising around the ballpark.
Dangerous. Foul back 2-2.
If I was one of the players, I would stay clear of him. That's for sure.
Felix was having a conversation with him. A Philadelphia institution. I can hear Tommy Lasorda saying, and they should be in one, but you know.
He's working the crowd pretty good. He doesn't like the Mariner fan.
3-2 to Ruiz. Hooks it foul.
.48 pitches for Elias as he works here in the 3rd inning. 27 strikes.
One out, nobody on. 3-2 pitch here coming to Ruiz. And Elias deals, and a ball's hit foul past McKinnon, third base coach.
And that was an interesting look watching Mike Zunino go through the signs. You could see him put change up. Elias shook him off. Fastball inside, fastball away. Shook both those pitches off. And then right before the timeout was called, he gave him the curveball. And Elias said, yes, that's what he wanted. When the batter Ruiz stepped back in the box, Mike went back to his changeup, and he won the battle. That's what he threw, a changeup right there.
Still 3-2 with Chase Utley on deck.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat.
Breaking ball, and he walks Ruiz for the second time on a 3-2 pitch. It's the third walk by Elias, and right now it's your time to tweet your photos using the hashtag MarinersFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown later in the game. Brought to you by AT&T. Bring up Chase Utley. Took a called third strike his first time. Phillies were 13-13 at the end of April. Then they went 11-16 in the month of May, 12-17 in June, and 12-15 in July. During August, they're 6-9. And they've been they have not had a winning month. All right, if you're being picky, they were 1-0 in March. But
I thought it was interesting you talked about Ruiz walking on the 3-2 breaking ball.
Broken bat, fly ball, center field for Jackson.
And that's the reason why Mike Zunino didn't want to throw that pitch. Remember, he went changeup and then a couple of fastballs, and Elias wanted to throw the curveball. Mike eventually had him throw the changeup, but after that pitch was fouled off, he came back with the curveball. And the reason why is he wants to stay away from the walks right now, and he has better command of his changeup and his fastball, and that's what Mike wanted. Eventually, Elias did throw the breaking ball and walked him.
2 outs to bring up Ryan Howard. He walked in a 3-2 pitch. First inning.
And again, the Mariners have the shift on. Cano out in right field, shallow right field. You can see Kyle Seager on the right side of the infield.
So 2-0. We have seen Elias Sharper. Game in New York comes to mind.
Well, the splits aren't good right now, Dave. 55 pitches, 30 strikes, 25 balls.
Foul tip. He had a lot of run support in his last outing. It's a solid game at Kansas City. 7 innings and a win against San Diego.
And you can see that he hasn't been working ahead of hitters. 13 batters faced, only 5 first pitch strikes.
And he's worked his 5th 3-ball count. A complete game against Detroit back home in Seattle on the 1st of June. Probably, or no doubt, was his best 3-hit shutout going the distance. 3-2. Marlon Byrd's on deck. Safe to say, you go back to some of those great games where his command was spot on.
Well, everything is around his fastball. It is for most, but especially for him because he wants to get to the good curveball that he can bounce. And the only way to do that is to work ahead of hitters, and he's had a tough time doing that here in the early going.
3-2, almost hit him.
And that was a breaking ball again, just slipped out of his hand, and Mike's going to go talk to him.
Slipped out of his hand in the previous at bat with Howard as well. So that's a 4th walk. We're only in the 3rd inning.
And you take a look at it. Didn't have much bite on it, and immediately he grabs his hand.
Two outs, first and second. We had 2 outs, runners at first and second in the first inning, got out of it. Trying to do it again. Here's a dangerous hitter, though. Marlon Byrd.
And both walks in the inning on a 3-2 breaking ball.
Bird's 23 home runs. Leads the Phillies. Jumps on this one. Those walks that kill you. Never fails. Ruiz will score. Howard to third. RBI double Marlon Byrd. 1-0 Phillies. Byrd with his 24th double and 71st run batted in.
Well, he jumps on a first pitch fastball. They want to go down and away, and again, his command isn't where he needs it to be. This pitch ends up on the inside corner, and Bird hits it hard down the left field corner. Rick waits out to the mound, going to have a conversation with Elias. I think sometimes what we've seen from him, his tendency is to overthrow, and he might be a little bit better off, take a little off of his fastball and hit his spots. They're trying to throw it by people.
Two outs, a couple of runners in scoring position. Marlon Bird driving in the first run brings up Darren Ruff. First time up for Darren Ruff. He led off the second inning with a base hit to right. Ball one.
And that was a pretty good pitch, and he wanted the call.
One-0. Got him the swing and miss. 1-1. He's an entertainer. 1-1. Way outside. Again, Elias making his first start up here in the big league since 11 days ago when he beat Chicago, beat the White Sox in 5 2/3, 13-3 victory.
And we played the interview with Lloyd before the game, talking about Elias, that he was going to let him go, but he was going to keep a close eye on stressful innings, and this is one of them. 25 pitches now in the inning, already giving up a run here.
Sixth man to the plate here for the Phillies. Big pitch at 3-1. Walked him. Wow. Fifth walk, third this inning. That loads him up. There's Cody Ashley, third baseman, took a called third strike. Well, you don't want to give a team that's on a down run right now, you don't want to give them any life here.
Well, the other part of it too, Dave, we've talked about it consistently over the course of the year. The Mariners are a better club when they have a lead because of the strength of their pitching and their bullpen. You don't want to fall too far behind and make it tougher on the offense to get that lead. There's a good fastball on the outside corner.
1-1. Bases filled with Phillies. Howard, Bird, and Ruff. He did go. 1 and 2 strikes. I can see the reaction of Ashley, dejected after not being able to hold on that last swing. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Couldn't get him with the curveball. 2-2.
Had a tough time with his curveball. Mike Zunino continues to call it for him, trying to find it. He needs that pitch. Just not getting it close enough to the plate to make the hitter swing at it.
One career slam. Done well with the bases loaded. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Limits the damage to 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and leave 3. Phillies by a run. The Rockies statue at the bottom of the steps at the Philadelphia Art Museum, and it's still a crime in my mind that they've not done a Joe Frazier statue here in Philly. Well, that's just me. Save big when you join us for Mariner matinees this season. Wednesday the 27th, the Mariners take on the Rangers at 12:40, and you can pick up a ticket, a hot dog, and a Pepsi for each member of the family for as low as $15. It's all part of Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Stay at the ballpark. Get tickets at mariners.com. I always had a problem with that. Joe Frazier was a living, breathing human being and a great heavyweight. Rocky was a fictional character. What did I miss here? Come on.
Well, you're in town for 3 days. Make it happen.
Jeez. I was an Ali guy, but I love Joe Frazier anyway. Come on.
Phillies put the shift on with Morales hitting.
Morales, Seager, and Zunino. What are you seeing differently or different from Jerome Williams?
Not much, really. He's just mixing it up. And again, he likes his cutter and his slider. His command has been good in this one so far. 39 pitches, 24 strikes.
Giving up 2 hits, and they're both active. Single and a hustle double.
Again, we were talking about earlier, he likes to throw a lot of cutters, and if he locates it, it's a good pitch for him. There's a 2-seamer inside. But his tendency is to have a big inning, and he'll start making some mistakes with it. You hope that the Mariners will make him pay when it gets to that point. I think the other thing, too, is we've seen this from him before when he was with the Angels. He had some spot starts and had some good spot starts against the Mariners.
I think one game in Seattle, he went the distance in one game, and he was just shy of dominant. I mean, he had total control.
Dave, he has good stuff. I think at times he just falls in love with his slider, and that's when he makes more mistakes with that pitch. But when he's mixing it up and hitting his spots with his fastball, he's tough. But again, for the Mariners, they just have to keep their eye on that one big inning.
7 different teams for Jerome Williams. Seager pops it up left field.
And that was a mistake. Kyle knows it. Let him get away with it.
Jerome's got a 5-2 career mark against the Mariners, a 3.58 ERA.
We'll take a look at Kyle. Fastball, middle of the plate, belt high. And you can see the look on his face. He's just not happy. He knows he had a good pitch to hit. It's a little bit late on it.
Mike Zunino fouled out to the catcher Ruiz his first time. Strong as Zunino is, there's a strike from Jerome Williams.
That's a tough at bat so far. 2 perfect pitches.
Most certainly is. But this is a ballpark that should fit this guy, Mike Zunino. These dimensions, his power.
You would think so. He can hit it out of any part of the ballpark. And he's been trying to hit the ball to right field a little bit more, help his batting average out. I think in the long run, that's the way to go for Mike. He doesn't have to pull the ball to hit it out.
Not after that bomb he hit back in Seattle going opposite field. That was impressive.
But those are the kind of at-bats that you have from time to time, and that's when the light will go off.
Mm-hmm.
See that pitch well inside, and Mike didn't even think about moving. Not sure how it missed him.
He's been hit a lot, as you know. 13 times. 2-2. Ground ball. Double play turned by the Phillies. Bronco, Utley, and Howard. Mariners are gone in the 4th. Phillies lead 1-0. first visit since '03. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. This East Coast road trip continues. A night game tomorrow, day game Wednesday. Off day in Boston on Thursday. 3 games against the Red Sox. Come home for Texas, and then a home day off next Thursday before the Washington Nationals come to town, the first place team in the National League East.
And that's why it's important for the Mariners to take care of business through the next 9 days. Phillies have struggled this year, so have the Red Sox, and of course the Rangers.
The Rangers are the only team the Mariners do not have a winning record against in the American League West. 8-5 against Houston, 7-5 against the Angels, 7-6 against Oakland, and they're 5-7 against Texas. Andres Blanco, the shortstop.
And it's looking like the Mariners bullpen is going to get some work tonight. 72 pitches for Elias as he works here in the 4th inning. Has not had good command, but only behind 1-0. There you can see his splits, not good. 38 strikes, 34 balls.
5 walks, and the third walk was the one that scored. Easy play here for Seager. 1 away. Bring up the pitcher, Jerome Williams. Bounced out to Cano to end the 2nd inning.
Thought it was interesting before the game today. A lot of people were talking to Larry Boa, who of course was the infield coach and worked a lot with Robinson Cano. And so a lot of the media members were asking him about Cano, and he talked about all the time that he had put in with Robinson. Robinson gives him a lot of credit for his fielding. And at the end of it, Larry was just kind of laughing about it. He said, you know, I saw him today. He had some sunglasses on. At least Cano can do is send over a pair of sunglasses for me. Well, everybody just kind of chuckled about it. Apparently, the writers went back over and talked to Robinson about it. Sent over a Rolex.
Hello.
How about that?
That's unbelievable.
Sent him a Rolex, yeah.
That's great. Yeah, that's Rolex with an R, not a B.
I thought that was great.
Larry talked about, hey man, when he first came up, 9 o'clock in the morning every day, ground balls, hundreds of them. Loves them, and he said he's one of the few guys we talk about all the time. He makes everything look easy. He says no, he works his butt off.
That's the reason why it looks so easy for him. Thousands and thousands of ground balls.
That strikeout of Williams, the 4th for Elias, as we get back to the top of the order, and Ben Revere. Ben 0 for 2. Fly to left and a bounce to first. One nothing on an RBI double. 2 outs in the 3rd by Marlon Byrd. Through the hole for a base hit. Comes with 2 outs. And Revere with 35 steals. Got to be careful with him. Here's Angie Mente. Big series. Thank you, Angie.
Watching Revere run to first base, and again talking to the folks here in Philadelphia about him. A big part of his game is speed, but he broke his ankle, his right ankle, last year. He has a pin in that ankle, and he needs to get it taken out, but he's decided, and you can see him, he's decided to keep it in there until the end of the year, and that's when he's going to take it out. And he still has good speed, but he's in pain when he tries to slow down. That's when he really feels it, so he needs to get that pin out of there. So even though I noticed him grimacing when he was coming around first base, it's nothing that he hasn't been, anything new. It's just something he's been dealing with all year long.
Runner goes, and that one fouled off.
Had a pretty good jump.
Sure did.
And you can really see him limping when he slows down. Well, take a look at it as he runs.
Grit in the teeth.
Yeah. That's what sometimes when you're playing at this level, how much pain can you take? You're willing to deal with, and he's been dealing with that all year.
2-1 pitch. Another 3-ball count by Elias. Has walked 5, struck out 4. Ruiz has twice walked on 3-2 pitches. So Ruiz against Elias here, 4th inning. 2 outs. 3-1 pitch. Fouled off. Seven 3-ball counts. That is amazing. 5th full count. Not where he wanted to be. Chase Utley's on deck. Runner goes. That pitch way outside. 6 walks, 4 innings. 3 times walking Ruiz. Oh, it's Roberto Clemente's birthday, but wow.
And he really isn't that close. He'll make a couple of pitches, but he's having a hard time repeating his pitches. And that's causing him a lot of problems tonight. As you see Dominic Leone getting loose in the pen.
He's a .260 hitter with 3 home runs. And just can't throw him a strike consistently.
And the problem is you bring up one of the hotter hitters that they have in their lineup in Chase Utley.
Breaking ball for strike 1. Chase took a called 3rd strike and flied out to center. Bases are loaded. He has no control in that breaking ball at all. Wow.
6 walks, and now a hit batter.
He's got himself a heap of trouble.
You look at the last inning, it was 3 walks in the inning. He ended up giving up the 1 run, and now it looked like he was going to have a quick inning, getting the first 2 hitters out, but this is another curveball just slipping out of his hand. He does not have good command or good feel for it tonight.
Not good.
So they've had runners in scoring position in 3 of the 4 innings, and Lloyd McClendon out of the dugout.
And I think Lloyd's going to come get him.
88 pitches, 47 strikes, 41 balls for Elias.
Gave him a heck of an opportunity here. It has not worked out. And Lloyd going to go to the best bullpen in baseball right now.
See.
A heck of a lot earlier. Let's see. Maybe he's going to just give him a little pep talk. Cano will translate.
That's what it is.
Yep, let's go.
We haven't seen Lloyd do that in a while. He did it quite a bit earlier in the season, but we haven't seen him do this where he's come out and had a conversation with the pitcher and left him in.
Well, I'm sure whatever the message was, no uncertain terms. Let's get it done right now, right?
Dominic looks like he's ready to go in the pen.
So you got Ryan Howard, bases loaded, 2 outs. Howard tonight has walked twice. Ball 1. Fine start to the inning with Polanco grounding out, striking out the pitcher. And base hit, a walk, and a hit batter have loaded him up. 1-0. Hit right to Morales. There is a break. Phillies now have stranded 3, 6, 9 runners through 4 innings. And Elias, what an escape job that was. And the talking to must have worked. They now live in Maryland. Good to see them here, flying Mariner colors. Saw another group. Let's see, it was a dad, a couple of sons, and a couple of friends. They were driving across country. They're going to Cooperstown, going to Yankee Stadium. They're here, and they're going to catch up with us in Boston. We're good to see Mariner fans here on the East Coast.
Sounds like a good trip.
Yeah, it was a heck of a trip. And the guy said, and we left the wives and mothers at home. No offense, ladies. Just reporting the facts. There's Logan Morrison.
Well, Elias had to make a big pitch. He was able to do that and get out of the inning. Dominic Leone has sat down, so he may come out and pitch the 5th inning.
Inside to Morrison. Mariners have just 2 hits. They're both by Dustin Ackley. Jerome Williams has walked 2, hasn't struck out anybody. And looks like he fully intends to swing the bat as the 3rd man up here in this inning.
Last couple of pitches missing inside to Logan.
The thought was that maybe Morrison could hit one in this bandbox. Ken Griffey Jr. called this place a half bath in terms of an apartment size. Small ballpark, as is one of the smaller of the new ballparks, as is Great American Ballpark in Cincy. It's only junior we're putting. Two and two to Morrison. Almost hitting. Ackley has a base hit to center and a bloop double down the left field line, and he hustled out of the box hard for it to get 2 bags on it.
And like Logan was looking at Ruiz and saying that he can't believe that ball missed him.
On deck was Chris Taylor. 3-2. Bouncing ball goes foul.
So the other thing that Williams will do, you can see that fastball that was inside, it almost hit Logan. Is it 93 miles an hour? Get the count back in your favor, 3-2. He takes a little bit more off of it. The last one, 89. Just trying to get you out in front of it, hit that ground ball.
3-2. One more time to Morrison. And he walked it. 3rd walk issued by Jerome Williams. Good start to the Mariner 5th. Mariners return home Monday, the 25th. They're going to face the Rangers and continue their hunt for the postseason. What's more, fans can pick up select $10 view level seats as part of BECU Family Night. To get those savings, log on to mariners.com for tickets. Taylor grounded out the third, first time.
And it looks as if Elias may be done. Indy Chavez has come out on deck. He's going to pinch hit for Elias. Another reason why Lloyd wanted him to get out of that last inning. His spot was due up third. You bring Leone in to get one out, and then all of a sudden his spot comes around. You probably have to pinch hit for him. So you're wasting a pitcher just to get the one out. So that was another reason why it was a big pitch for Elias to retire Howard and get out of the inning.
Counted 1-1 to Chris Taylor. One pitch. Morrison back with a dive. He's 3 for 3 in base stealing this season.
First couple of pitches away from Chris Taylor. There's a big hole on the right side of the infield with Morrison on first. Howard having to hold him on, and you can see Chase Utley, the second baseman. He has to cheat towards the bag a little bit more because of the opportunity to turn a double play. He's going to throw the ball out. He's going to set up inside now.
On it goes.
Hit and run.
Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Got him.
I think that was a hit and run. As a base runner, your job isn't to get a real good jump, and it is. That's the reason why Logan looked in. You take a couple of steps, you look back inside to pick up where the ball is, and Chris Taylor did swing at it. Pitch was probably just off the inside corner. But as the base runner, you're depending on that hitter to put the ball in play or at least get a piece of it, foul it off maybe. So Logan was kind of hung out to dry on that one.
1-2 count here to Taylor. Strike 3 called. 2 down.
And now we'll see if he still sends Indy up there. He's going to call him back now with 2 outs and nobody on. Going to call Chavez back to the bench, and Elias will hit. It looks like Leone is still throwing in the pen. Elias is a good athlete, and I just don't think with 2 outs here this early in the ball game, Lloyd wants to burn a pinch hitter. So he'll send Elias up there, let him swing, but it certainly looks like Dominic Leone is going to come in the game.
Strike 1 to Roenis.
One of the things we heard Lloyd talking about before the game, too, was his bullpen. That's why he made the move sending Jones out today when they activated Elias. So the bench is a little bit short. Have the extra pitcher out in the bullpen. Tonight he has Miller, Chavez, DeNorfia, and Sucre on the bench.
0-2. And 3 pitches he's gone. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 5th. A 1-0 Phillies lead. The 3rd inning, Marlon Byrd RBI double. On Root Sports, being brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Buy Jack in a Box right now at Jack in a Box. Try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by Seattle City Light. Visit seattle.gov/WePower for more information. Another good daytime look at Center City, Philadelphia. Mariners here for the first time since 03. At least lead 1-0. And Roenis Elias, not his night, although just giving up the 1 run.
He had to battle his way through. You can see 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, but 6 walks and a hit batter. 4 strikeouts for him. He threw 90 pitches in the ball game. Again, did not have good command. So he had to battle to keep the score at 1-0. But his night is over. Dominic Leone will take over. For Dominic, pitched well for the Mariners. His 44th appearance, a 2.20 ERA, 52 strikeouts in the 49 innings that he has worked. Opponents hitting .232. Good fastball at 95 miles an hour and a hard slider.
We'll face Marlon Byrd. He drove in the game's only run, 2-out double in the left field in the 3rd inning. First pitch from Dominic, a strike. Fastball with some movement off the plate. Marlon Byrd's been with the Phillies, the Nationals, Texas, Cubs, Boston, Mets, Pittsburgh, and back with the Phillies here at age 36. Big league career started back in 02.
Good fastball from Dominic. 90 pitches for Elias. 48 strikes, 42 balls. That's not a good split for him.
One, two. And he strikes him out. Good start for Leone. 1 away, 5th inning. Going to bring up Darren Ruff, the left fielder. Single to right and walked. Pretty consistent performance out of these guys in the bullpen with a few exceptions, but they pound that strike 1.
And that's the reason why Lloyd, in his pregame comments, was talking about protecting his bullpen. It's been the strength of this club. #1 bullpen. 2.39 ERA combined out in that bullpen. Beimel has been really good, hasn't he?
Sure has. And again, the different contrasted styles. This one driven a long way into the gap. That'll get down to the fence. Darren Ruff having a good night. His 2nd hit. On 0-2 pitch, he drives it off the fence out there in right center field. Double for Darren Ruff, his 3rd.
Pretty good pitch. Good fastball at the knees, right on the outside corner. He just goes with it, golfs it out into right center field. Haven't seen Ruff, but he has some pop in his bat.
Yes, he does. Big kid.
They were working him out in left field earlier today.
Here's Cody Ashe. Struck out looking and swinging. Outside for ball 2. This breaking ball by Dominic Leone. Bottom of the 4th at Boston. Angels lead 2-0. Baltimore 1-0 at Chicago at the White Sox, bottom of the second. Kansas City, Minnesota, no score early on. That's in the second. That pitch misses. 3 balls, 1 strike. So limited action in the major leagues tonight. Just 8 games. 3-1. So a walk. So Leon goes strikeout, double, and walk here in the 5th. Take a look at our Geico this date of Major League history. August 18 of 95. Mike Flowers hits 2 home runs, 7 ribbies to lead the Mariners. 9-3 win over the Red Sox. Let me guess, Wakefield he gave up both of those home runs, didn't he?
He did. A grand slam in the first and a 3-run home run in the third off of Tim Wakefield. I think at that point, too, he was right there neck and neck with Randy as far as the ERA title goes. So, yeah, he was 14-1 to start that game, so Randy appreciated it. Hurt on his ERA. The funny part about that game, though, and I've told this story a number of times, is the night before, and this is about the time that we were getting into the hunt of things and trying to get into the postseason. The night before, we were in Oakland. It was kind of a damp, drizzly night, and we had a 2-1 lead going in the bottom of the 9th inning. Norm Charlton came in to save the game, and I threw a super sinker to first. And you know all that foul territory that they have. The ball hit, bounced up, almost hit Tino in the face, went down the line. We ended up losing the ball game because of it. We just had Lou in town, which was great to see him, but that wasn't one of my better moments on that flight back. He was standing in the middle of the aisle just staring me down at the back of the plane.
Oh, man. You're in the back of the plane standing?
Oh, he was not happy. Yeah, he was not happy with me at all, and I don't blame him. But then it was that next night I went out and took care of some business, so I got back on the good side quickly, which was nice.
That's a good story. So Joe Beimel warming up. 1-1 pitch. Hit well. Right field. Deep. Gone. Andres Blanco with his first home run. And it does some damage. A 3-run shot, and the Phillies have a 4-0 lead. Sound the Liberty Bell here at Citizens Bank Park.
Looks like he gets a breaking ball, and it is right in the middle of the plate. We'll take a look at this. They want the ball down, and it's in the middle of the plate. Didn't do much. And take a look at the swing by Blanco. His first home run of the year.
So that's a dent.
Well, the good news for the Mariners is that short porch in right is there for them, too.
Absolutely. Jerome Williams, the pitcher. Leon giving up his 4th home run of the season. First home run for Blanco since July 1st, 2011 against Florida. 4-0. Mariners going to have to stage a comeback here in Philadelphia. 2-1 pitch. Jerome down the right field line. Foul ball. So 3-run shot by Blanco, and Bird an RBI double in the 3rd inning. Phillies on top. Williams swings and misses. 2 down. Second strikeout for Leon. Ben Revere, top of the order. 4th time through now for the Phillies. Mariner fan, like wife or girlfriend, or Phillies fan, that leads to some interesting conversations during this ball game. Revere base hit to right his last time up. Ben, the sixth man to the plate here. And the Phillies fifth. He did go as they check with Mark Ripperger, third base umpire. Ground ball to Cano. That'll do it. Damage done. 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors. Nobody left. 4-0 Philly. Phillies coming off a tough run of losing 5 of 6, 7 of 9. They've got a 4-0 lead over the Mariners, who've come in having won 10 of their last 12 ball games. Good to have you with us here in Philadelphia. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew, and Jerome Williams with the lead now. He's given up just 2 hits, both to Dustin Ackley.
This will be the 3rd time through the lineup for the Mariners. Austin Jackson going to lead things off here in the 6th inning. So hopefully they can get something going. Get some base runners out there. They really haven't had much at all tonight.
Jerome's walked 3, struck out 2.
Yeah, a couple of base hits from Ackley, and that's been it. Ackley, the only base runner to get into scoring position.
Jackson, Ackley, and Cano, top of the order. 1-1. Pounds it down to the shortstop, Blanco. Jimmy Rollins getting the night off. Jerome Williams, career mark against the Mariners, 5-2, a 3.58 ERA. He's made now in his 8th start against Seattle, his 16th game.
And 65 pitches, so he's been efficient tonight.
He's given up 2 hits to Ackley.
Well, and the other part about it that's difficult with Williams, he's a veteran guy. He has been around, and with a 4-run lead, he likes to pitch off the edges of the plate, and that's typically how he'll get in trouble. He can afford to be a little more aggressive on the plate right now and get a few more strikes, so it's going to be a little bit tougher for the Mariners.
Be the first time he retires Ackley as Ben Revere makes the play. 2 down, 2 quick outs. They'll bring up Cano, fly to center, and a ground out. Right down Broad Street for a strike. Cano now 5 for 10 with a home run against Jerome Williams. Utley, one all-star second baseman, throwing out another quick inning for Jerome Williams. 1, 2, 3 into 6. Phillies lead 4-0. The Mariners, and the Phillies lead 4-0. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night when the Mariners face the Phillies in the second game of this 3-game series. Action begins with a pregame show starting at 3:30, followed by first pitch at 4:05. And all Tuesday games this season are presented by T-Mobile and our CenturyLink link to what's next. Good pitching matchup. Sashi Iwakuma against the veteran A.J. Burnett. Dominic Leone in his second inning of relief. Starter Roenis Elias. As Carlos Ruiz, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, 2, 3, 4 here for the Phillies. Ruiz has walked 3 times and scored the first run on the Marlon Byrd third inning double.
Looking at the numbers for Iwakuma, I wonder sometimes if he gets his just due. Obviously, on this pitching staff, it's difficult because you have Felix, and we talk about Felix all the time for good reason. He's the best pitcher in the American League, but I wonder sometimes where Iwakuma sits, especially nationally where he's at. Because those numbers are unreal.
Yeah, and this is the guy, again, missed spring training, missed first month of the season. Got a very low national profile, but there's a ball hit deep to right, but Morrison's got it. But here's a guy that finished third in the Cy Young Award balloting last year, so a lot of people do know, but I think in terms of the ooh-ah factor, I don't think he's registering nationally. But keep winning. That's all that matters, and he's got double-figure wins, one of, 3 Mariners starters.
Yeah, a chance to get his 12th win tomorrow, but his ERA to 2.76.
Impressive.
Opponent's average against is really good. And he just does not walk anybody.
Got to earn your keep.
Which would be a good thing going into tomorrow because 7 walks in this ball game, and 2 of them have scored for the Phillies.
Killer. Strike one to Utley.
We normally don't see that with the Mariner pitching staff. They typically throw a lot of strikes, and that just wasn't the case tonight.
Utley, a strikeout looking, fly to center, and he got hit by a pitch. That was back in the fourth, and the Phillies loaded him up. Fortunately, Elias got out of it, getting Ryan Howard to ground out the first on a 1-0 pitch. Leone ahead of Utley. One and two. Mariners with Seager, Taylor, Cano, and Morales in the infield. Ackley, Jackson, and Morrison left to right in the outfield with Zunino behind the plate. 1-2. Did not go as they check with Mark Ripperger. Bird with a third inning double and then a 3-run homer by Andres Blanco, his first home run in 3 years. 3-run homer coming in the 5th inning. Count now is run full here to Utley with Ryan Howard on deck. Taylor plays the hop, nice little pirouette. Strong throw, and Utley, wow, he just got him 2 down.
He can still get down the line, can he? I think he surprised Chris a little bit. You can see the turn, and then he has to put a lot on this throw. Good job by Morales to stay on the bases. They just get Utley. The ball came up on him. He did a good job. Had to give some ground. But a good play by Chris.
With 2 outs, nobody on. And that is a fine play by the youngster. 2 away here in the 6th. Swinging a miss by Howard, 2 walks and a ground out.
And the Mariners have the shift on again. Cano in the outfield grass, and that's Kyle Seager on the right side of the infield. Chris Taylor still at the shortstop position.
Beats the shift. Ryan Howard, 2-out single.
Fastball 95 miles an hour. Zunino set up on the inside corner. That ball ends up running back just enough of the plate for Howard to get to it. I think it jammed him a little bit, but a strong man, his soft line drive into right.
Here's Marlon Byrd, 1 for 3 RBI double, 3rd inning for the Phillies' first run. Strike one. Angels 2-1 over Boston at Boston, bottom 5. Baltimore 1-0 at Chicago at the White Sox, bottom of the 3rd. Kansas City and Minnesota still no score. Long run for Morrison on the track, and he makes the catch. Phillies are done in the 6th. They strand a runner. Mariners need some runs. It's 4-0 Philadelphia. they held the Mariners in check. 2 Dustin Ackley hits. The only action tonight is Jerome pitching into the 7th inning for the first time this year. Take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the ball game.
And it has been Jerome Williams. He's been pinpoint tonight with his fastball command, using a cutter and a 2-seamer. His defense has helped him out a little bit. The Mariners just have not been able to get much going. You can see all these pitches down in the zone. Big key, especially when you're pitching in this ballpark. He's been able to keep the ball on the ground for the most part.
Jerome Williams with a career record of 44 wins, 52 losses, and a 4.50 ERA.
So far, just 2 hits, both of them to Dustin Ackley.
So Morales, Seager, and Zunino looking for the key to scoring some runs here in the 7th.
And the Phillies have the shift on with Morales hitting. He grounded into it his first time up, and then he walked in the 4th.
Morales with a ground out, a short and a walk. Two and 1.
And again, he just has not thrown a lot of pitches. This next pitch will be 75, working here in the 7th inning.
2 and 2, and that fell off. Tom Wilhelmsen starting to warm up for the Mariners here. 2 and 2 to Morales. And he strikes him out. 3rd K for Williams.
And this looks like the slider down and in. A good curveball, swings right over the top of it. And a good look at our McDonald's Supermo.
Jerome Williams claimed off waivers from the Rangers on August 10th, just 8 days ago.
Kyle Seager asking the home plate umpire Lance Barksdale is at the bottom of the strike zone.
0-2.
There's Tom. And it looks like he will pitch the bottom of the 7th inning. A couple of innings of work for Leon.
High and foul. Williams made 2 starts with the Rangers before being released, went 1-1. An ERA, listen to this, 9.90. 11 earned runs in 10 innings, 2 starts. Made 26 relief appearances. Mariners saw him down in Houston. And they cut him loose. 1-2 pitch. That beats a shift. Base hit for the Mariners. 1 out. Here in the 7th inning. 3rd hit.
I think that was the Mariners jumped all over him. I think it was right after the game they released him. Take a look at the swing by Kyle. Wasn't happy with his last at bat. Flew out to center field and had a pitch that he thought he could handle. And he was able to handle this fastball. Top spin line drive.
The game you're referring to, June 30, 2 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits on 2 runs. See what Zunino can do. Swing and a miss. Mike tonight fouled out to the catcher and bounced into a double play. We'll check his swing. Seager took a bluff down at first, and Zunino takes strike 2. Justin Freitas warming up for Philly. Like way out in front, fouled away.
Just continues to mix in his pitches. He's been anywhere from 80 to 94 miles an hour this evening. He's had a good two-seamer and cut fastball that he's had great command of.
I like to think Mike's due. 0 for the road trip, 0 for 8. 0 for his last 14. He's got a 1-2 count. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Man aboard at first, Kyle Seager after a base hit. Antonio Bastardo on the right. 2-2 pitch to Zunino. And struck him out. Pitch running in on his hands. It's 4 strikeouts for Williams, his second this inning.
And switched up again. All the other pitches away from him. Then he decides to come back inside with a good two-seam fastball. Mike helps him out that pitch in off of the plate.
Here's Logan Morrison. Popped to the shortstop and a walk tonight, playing in right field. And Utley placed perfectly. Low throw handled by Howard. That'll do it. Mariners gone in the 7th. Strand a runner. Jerome Williams and the Phillies with a 4-0 lead. It's lottery in the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? Hey, one little sauce wit. Sauce wit, huh? Here in Philly, land of the cheesesteak. Best place, the only place to buy cheesesteaks. I tell you what, I've sworn them off, but boy, I enjoyed them back in the day.
Really?
I've retired. Can't do them anymore. Reach that age. Wit. Just say you want W-I-T. You want wit. Sauce, throw it on there.
Well, it's been a long time since the Mariners have been here, and I guarantee you a bunch of them had lunch today, and that was on the menu.
I heard Corey Hart crush 7 of them. They keep a running tab in the visitors' clubhouse. I know Matt Latos put up a bunch for Cincy, and there was somebody with Matt's with Cincy now, right? And
yes.
Somebody with San Diego killed a bunch, but Corey Hart went for 7. I haven't done 7 in a decade.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Big Tom's going to take over a 2.22 ERA, 57 strikeouts in the 65 innings that he has worked. Opponents hitting just 162 against Tom.
Well, he needs to post a 0 here. Time running short. Mariners trailing 4-0. Managed just 3 hits off of Jerome Williams. Darren Ruff had a good night. Single to right, walk, and a double to right center. That's been a very effective pitch for Tom Wilhelmsen. Oh, 2. And he strikes him out. Ruff couldn't believe Zunino was able to hold on. 1 out. He also can't believe he didn't hit that pitch.
Well, I saw 95 on the corner, a slider on the corner, and then the 12-6 curveball. Thank you very much.
Cody Ashe, third baseman, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, rather, a walk and a run scored. A 4-0 Phillies lead. 3rd inning, Bird RBI double. 5th inning, 3-run homer by Andres Blanco, the shortstop. Jimmy Rollins getting the night off. That's base hit. Take a look at our Seattle City Light power play, and power play it was. First homer in 3 years for this guy.
It's an off-speed pitch in the middle of the plate. It's about 5 rows deep, and it was a 3-run homer. And that one really hurt.
Rowanus Elias, if you're just joining us, just recent call back from Tacoma. Mariners monitoring his innings closely. Been away down to AAA for a period of time, and he didn't have it tonight. 6 walks, 4 strikeouts in his 4 innings, giving up 3 hits. There's Cano. Gonna go for the tag. Double play. Finally executed. Had him all the way, didn't he? He's something special. How about some offense here as we go to the 8th inning? A 4-0 Phillies lead. Good call, Angie. Welcome back to Philly. Chris Taylor to lead
She's
it
not
off.
kidding either.
I know. That's why I'm laughing. That's good. All right, what do you say? 8th inning, some runs, huh? 4-0. Phillies over the Mariners. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Fightin' Phils. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Chris Taylor tonight, ground out to third as action in the bullpen. Taylor 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. So they call him 100 miles an hour Giles. Ken Giles. He can amp it up. Fouled off.
I was a little bit surprised to see Williams back out there. I thought that Ryan Sandberg, manager of the Phillies, would have taken him out. But he's throwing the ball well. 93 pitches now.
His longest stint of the year. Ryan taking over last year late from Charlie Manuel, who guided the Phillies through probably the lookout best stretch in their franchise history.
And it looks like Indy Chavez is going to hit. Just trying to throw a 2-seamer back inside, and he gets away from him. Fortunately, Chris will wear that one in his back.
Late inning lightning here for the Mariners. They get a base runner to get this inning going.
And then Ryan Sandberg out. Looks like he's going to make a change. Be a double switch, I think. Williams is due to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Mike, it's a momentous occasion. It's our first double switch of the season.
Grady Sizemore. Good to see Grady back in the big leagues.
Boy, before he got hurt, what a dynamic player.
Yeah.
Good years with Cleveland, but boy, the injuries just caught up with him.
And he's going to take over for Ruff in left field.
This will be his Grady Sizemore's 31st game. He's a 300 hitter, a homer, and 7 runs batted in. Back with more, 4-0. Phillies over the Mariners in the 8th. It was pitched well on occasion against the Mariners. We recall a game in Anaheim and another one in Seattle. Pitched another good one here tonight.
Well, you can see his record against the Mariners when he's a starter, 5-2. The Mariners just hitting .238 against him, and he was brilliant tonight. 7+ innings for him, 3 hits, did not give up a run, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He threw 94 pitches. So good outing for Williams. Ken Giles going to take over. As Dave mentioned, he can throw hard. He'll be 98 to 100 miles an hour. 38 strikeouts in the 27 and a third. His ERA 1.32. Opponents hitting 185. He's given up 1 home run this year.
Mariners have a base runner. It's Chris Taylor. Andy Chavez pinch hitting. First pitch at 96. Strike one. 2 for 7 for Indy so far in the season as pinch hitter. Indy going against 23-year-old Ken Giles out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, 6'2", 205, 1-1. Ball 2. Chris Young, congratulations to him. Fabulous win against Detroit. They go 12-6, a 3.07 ERA. Leading candidate. Comeback player of the year. Off the glove of Giles, through for a base hit. Taylor will hold at second. And the Mariners trying to make something happen here in the 8th inning. Base hit, Andy Chavez.
He is now 3 for 8 as a pinch hitter this year. Giles almost gets a glove on it as he hits it right back up the middle. Turns around a good fastball. Like Taylor was thinking about going to third on the base hit, but I think he made the right decision. You're down 4 runs and running out of outs. You don't want to make a mistake getting thrown out at third. It was going to be a close play. So a good decision by the Mariners shortstop. Back to the top of the order, Austin Jackson.
Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Austin 0 for 3 tonight. Ball 1. 2 flyouts to the ground out for Austin tonight. Giles, a 7th round pick by the Phillies in 2011. For 1. Like we talked about yesterday, seeing guys for the first time.
I think the pitcher always has the advantage.
1-1. A 1-2 count here to Jackson. 2 men on. Dustin Ackley's on deck. Taylor at second. Chavez at first. 1-2 pitch. Taken for ball 2.
Taylor at second base, just the second Mariner to reach scoring position tonight. Ackley had a double in the 3rd inning, and that has been it. 0 for 1. Runners in scoring position.
2-2 pitch. Breaking ball and a good one. Strikes out Jackson. 1 away. Tuesday, August 26th. Mariners host the Rangers. Plus, it's Salute to Native American Night. The first 10,000 fans 21 and older, you're going to get a free Mariners cap courtesy of Emerald Queen Casino. Stop by Mariners.com to pick up your tickets. 2-hit night for Dustin Ackley, 2 for 3 against Jerome Williams. He looks at strike 1 from Ken Giles.
Charlie Furbush in the Mariner pen getting loose.
Drops in a breaking ball.
Well, that's so difficult when you're gearing up for 96 to 100 miles an hour and he throws an 85-mile-an-hour breaking ball over.
Got a piece. Found it off. Not been happening offensively, but still some hope in the 8th with 1 out, 2 on. Angels still lead at Boston 2-1, bottom of the 6th. Baltimore 2-0 at Chicago, top of 5th. Kansas City, Minnesota, no score in the 5th. That's at Minnesota. Limited schedule here tonight. Spot here for Ackley. 0-2. Hit the other way. Down the line. Fair ball into the corner. Taylor's going to score. Andy Chavez the third. He'll get the hold. How about Dustin Ackley? A 3-hit night. 4-1 ball game. Going to bring the tying run to the plate. Ackley with an RBI. His 48th second double tonight. 24th for the season.
We'll take a look at it. It's a good fastball, probably just off the plate away. So good hitting from Ackley, able to drive it down into the corner. Grady Sizemore had just come into the game to play left field, but he wasn't able to track it down. The Mariners in great shape right now. A run in, just 1 out, 2nd and 3rd.
Nice setup here.
Now you have the Mariners' best hitter coming to the plate in Robinson Cano.
The veteran Cano gets to battle this youngster, Ken Giles. Giles in just his 27th game. Pitch to Cano. Look out, hit foul. Camera people have to get out of the way. Cano representing the tying run.
And with the Phillies up 4-1, they will play their infield back. So if Cano puts the ball in play, Mariners will pick up another run.
Here's the 0-1. Holding. 1-2. Robbie tonight 0 for 3. Fly to center. Ground out the first and a ground out the second. Crowd of 28,102. Making some noise and some Mariner fans sprinkled throughout.
Runners in scoring position. .360 batting average for Cano.
The 0-2 from Giles. Struck him out. Nasty breaking ball. 2 away. Second strikeout for Giles. I'll leave it up to Morales. Be here this fall as Big Sky Conference football kicks off on Root Sports, presented by your local Ford stores. The action starts tonight with the debut of the Big Sky football preview show at 11. If you missed tonight's show, tune in for re-airs throughout the week on the home of Big Sky football, Root Sports. Fouled off by Morales. Boy, they could use a big hit here.
Big gap in left center field. Rivera, the center fielder, shading towards right.
1-1. Inning started with Chris Taylor getting hit by a pitch. Andy Chavez, pinch hitter, got one through into center field past the pitcher. Strikeout of Jackson, doubled by Ackley, brought in a run, and Cano strikes out. Now you've got Morales 2-1.
And right now Lloyd wants Morales to figure out a way to get to first base. Kyle Seager waiting on deck. Kyle leading the club in RBIs, tied for the team lead in home runs. And he had a base hit his last time up.
The 2-1 pitch. Dribbled foul. 2-2. Morales a ground out, strikeout in the walk tonight. They could use a big blow by the big man here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Phillies 4-1. Giles ready. 2-2. Struck him out. The rookie comes up large. Gives up just the 1 run. Strands 2. Phillies lead 4-1. Seattle, June 17th through the 19th in 2011. Game 1. And wow, Beardless look, got a base hit up the middle, his first big league hit. And then the next night, his first major league home run. Boom. And then game 3 of that series, first big league triple. Mariners took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies that weekend back in June of 2011.
Checked off a lot of categories in that series. And a good night tonight. 3 hits tonight, including an RBI. A couple of doubles for Dustin.
My, how things can change.
Yeah.
Charlie Furbush takes over on the mound for the Mariners.
For Charlie, 50 appearances on the year. ERA 3.71, 37 strikeouts, 7 walks in the 34 innings that Charlie has worked. Opponents hitting .265 against him. Charlie, good fastball. He'll be in the low 90s. And he'll use a slider. And he's going to face Grady Sizemore. Grady, part of a double switch, came into the game, played left field, but he will lead off here in the 8th inning.
Sizemore, Revere, and Ruiz, 9-1 and 2. Glad to see this kid healthy. He had a stretch. It seemed like every time he would come back, another bone would break, run into a wall, ankle, something.
A lot of people say it's the way that he plays the game. He plays hard all out, and he will run into walls.
He was a star in Cleveland. Charlie way out front, 0-2.
And it looks like Papelbon getting loose in the pen for the Phillies. Former Red Sox.
0-2 to Sizemore, born in Seattle, went to Cascade High School in Everett. Early on in his career at Cleveland, he went 3 straight years making the All-Star team. Hit .290, 28 and 76, 277, 24 homers, 78 RBIs as Rodney gets ready. Had a 33 homer, 90 ribby campaign in 2008.
Pretty good leadoff hitter.
But then the numbers have fallen off. Played 106 games for Cleveland in 09, 33 and 10, 71 and 11. And so he misses the 12 and 13 season. With Boston earlier coming out of camp, and the Phillies picked him up. Played 52 games in Boston. I got to mention that Ryan Sandberg, born in Spokane, Washington. Lance Barksdale
hit him right in the middle of his mask.
All of 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Grady Sizemore is gone. Here's Andy Mente. Interesting horse race now. Here on August 18th, moving forward. Going to be interesting. Already is. Ben Revere. 5th time he's at the plate. Had 1 hit. Nice breaking ball from Charlie Furbush to go up 0-2.
Rodney's also up getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. Unusual to see that at this point in the game with the Mariners behind by 3 runs.
Mariners will have Seager, Zunino, and Morrison 5, 6, and 7 in the top of the 9th. Mariners have stranded 6 runners tonight, 2 in the 8th inning while getting 1 in. Fouled off again. Rich Donnelly, Lloyd McClendon, Trent Jewett, Mariner Brain Trust. Offensively, tough night for the fellas. A run on 5 hits. Jerome Williams threw a really nice game, 7+ innings. Back up the middle, base hit. Give your home a dash of royalty when you head to Felix Hernandez bobblehead night. It's coming up Saturday, August 30th. This King Felix collectible, free to the first 20,000 fans when the Mariners take on the Washington Nationals at 6:10. Clear off room on your mantle or shelf for the Mariners ace, but not before you pick up tickets to Felix bobblehead night at mariners.com. One out base runner for the Phillies brings up Carlos Ruiz, the catcher. Chooch has walked 3 times, scored once, and fly to right.
And a couple of left-handed hitters due up after that. That's why Charlie stays in the game. Utley and Howard due up.
Here's the 1-0. Revere got a great jump. Throw by Zunino. One hop. Not in time. Stolen base. Revere. His 36th.
Well, it looked like he was going on first move. I don't think, he was able to read Charlie. Great acceleration into the bag. Zunino trying to get rid of it quickly. When you're catching, you can tell the type of jump that the base runner gets, and it looked like Mike maybe rushed that throw a little bit. I don't think he had a chance to get him. Phillies tonight 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
1-1 pitch coming to Ruiz. Fly ball right field, shallow. Here comes Morrison. 2 outs.
And Lloyd McClellan coming out of the dugout. Chris Denorfia going out to right field. And it looks like Morrison will go to first base. Morales, who made the last out in the 8th inning, is going to come out of the ball game.
So we get some changes here in Philadelphia. Mariners trail at 4-1. Minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Buy Honda. Get a great deal on a new car you'll love at the Honda Summer Clearance Event. Buy 5-Hour Energy, recognizing those who, despite their own needs, put others first. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Good look at the Liberty Bell. Back up in Center City, Philadelphia. We have the new Constitution Center. New in the last few years. I've been here a while. But that is something special. Join us tomorrow during the Mariners-Phillies game for Twitter Tuesday. You're going to have 5 chances to win exciting prizes, including a jersey. We're going to be posting questions, and we want to hear from you. So be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at @RooseSports_NW.
Should be a good matchup tomorrow. Take a look at our CenturyLink to what's next. You have Iwakuma, 2.72 ERA. Opponents hitting just 2.36 against him. A.J. Burnett. The Mariners, last time they faced him, he was with Pittsburgh.
Yep. Last May of 13.
Right. 4.35 ERA for Burnett. Fernando Rodney going to take over. He hasn't pitched since the 13th, so Lloyd wants to get him some work. 58 strikeouts and 50 2/3. Opponents hitting 235 against Rodney. Good fastball, anywhere from 92 to 97 miles an hour, and a great changeup. Changeup about 80. Kristen Orfield will take over in right field. Logan Morrison moves from right to first, and Morales is now out of the game.
First pitch to Chase Utley in there for a strike.
Good changeup at 82 miles an hour. Phillies tonight 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Broken bat liner, left field foul.
A good fastball from Rodney, 96 miles an hour. Right off the outside corner.
One All-Star ahead of the other, 0-2. Cano, nice play to get a hustling Utley. Utley's got good closing speed those last 5-6 steps. We've seen that twice here tonight. Phillies are gone, and last ups for the Mariners. 9th inning, Jonathan Papelbon will take over. 4-1 Philly. Find out how we got to this point. We take you back to the 4th inning. How about Marlon Byrd? There's a chance he could have been a Mariner. Certainly not in a Phillies uniform for the rest of the year.
Well, double down into the corner, put the Phillies on the scoreboard. At that point, it's 1-0 Phillies.
Take you to the 5th inning, 2 men on, and Andres Blanco goes deep for the first time since 2011.
It's an off-speed pitch in the middle of the plate, and that's the one that has hurt the Mariners tonight. Then in the 8th inning, the Mariners trying to get back into it. Dustin Ackley, his 3rd hit of the night, 2nd double, drives in the 1 run for the Mariners as Taylor comes around to score. And that's where we're at.
Yes, indeed. Cano and Morales struck out for outs number 2 and 3 in the 8th inning. And now the Mariners will have to face Jonathan Papelbon, the Phillies closer. Seager, Zunino, and Morrison here in the 9th.
For Papelbon, 28 saves on the year, a 1.61 ERA. Opponents hitting just 171 against him.
5-time All-Star in his 3rd year with the Phillies. Papelbon starting his career with the Boston Red Sox. 4-time All-Star. Here's a strike. Remember the Red Sox 07 World Series championship team. Strike to Kyle. 2-2. Out back. Two balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Couple of bloops and a blast, tied up, 3-2. Ground ball to Utley. Easy play. On the way here in the 9th. Be here Wednesday for an exciting MLS matchup. Watch the Seattle Sounders FC kickoff against the San Jose Earthquakes live at 7 p.m. Everyone outside Seattle with the re-air available everywhere at 9 p.m. Catch all the action only on Root Sports. Here's Mike Zunino.
Let's see Mike get a base hit right here.
Could really use it.
Yeah. Get him moving in the right direction again.
Of late. Some rough road. 0 for 3 tonight and 0 for his last 15. Foul off. Papelbon with 314 career saves in his 10-year big league career. Zunino trying to get aboard. Ground ball foul. On 2 strikes.
Well, Kyle made Papelbon throw a bunch of pitches, and now Zunino doing the same thing. 6th pitch of this at bat coming up. Logan Morrison waiting on deck.
One and two. No play.
Papelbon has lost, what, probably 4 miles an hour off his fastball?
Yeah.
Used to be in the mid-90s.
Every bit.
Yeah.
One and two. Again, slow breaking ball. Get him looking. 2 outs.
Slow breaking ball, 78 miles an hour, and I think Mike thought this pitch was up in the zone. You can see Ruiz, the catcher, he wanted it in the dirt. And our EQC tracer right there at the top of the strike zone.
2 down. Here's Morrison.
Brad Miller has come out on deck. He is going to pinch hit for Taylor.
How about Blanco subbing for the veteran Jimmy Rollins? Was he big tonight with a 3-run homer, first homer since June, like that July of 2011.
There's Brad. Again, pinch hitting for Taylor.
Papelbon out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, played his college ball at Mississippi State. Tough go for the Mariners this evening. Bird with an RBI double, 3-run homer by Blanco. The 2 big blows by the Phillies. 2-1 pitch. Utley can't get it. Morrison's aboard. Base hit. Mariners still alive with 2 outs.
1 for 3 night for Logan. And Brad Miller will hit for Taylor. Chris Denorfia on deck.
Number 5, Brad Miller.
Runner goes. The indifference. Morrison down to second.
Only one left on the bench for Lloyd McClendon, Jesus Sucre.
So Brad gonna fight to stay alive now. 2 outs, and he's behind 0-2. Tough day here at the yard in Philly. Oh, 2 to Miller. Up high for ball 1. One-two pitch. Popped up and playable. Third baseman Cody Ashley makes the play, and the Mariners are done. That's it. Just their 3rd loss in the last 13 games. Phillies win it 4-2. Jerome Williams beats the Mariners for the 6th time in 8 decisions.
And
Wow.
I thought he was really good tonight, but the difference is Blanco, the shortstop. Again, Rollins taking the night off. Blanco comes in, a 3-run homer. Mariners bullpen has been terrific this year, but they are human. They have given up 3 runs tonight, and that's the difference in this one. So the Mariners have to regroup. Still have a chance to win this series.
Absolutely.
They have Iwakuma and Paxton going for them in the next 2 days. Put this one behind you and get ready to play tomorrow.
Still love the chances. Absolutely. So the Phillies get the first of 3 here in the city of brotherly love. 4-1 final. Let's go to Andrew and Bill with Mariners postgame.